For our quiz, we're going to do surface area of prisms here. We'll try to be as fast as possible so you're not stuck watching my videos for your whole day. Just a little special fun part of it. All right, we are going to do surface area of prisms. The nice thing is, because it's titled surface area of prisms, you know what shape it is. All right, we're going to focus on this number one, and then we're going to go down and do both of these because they're a little different, and I think they'll be helpful to go over for the quiz. All right, so that's it. We're doing prisms, so we need to run down here to our reference sheet, which is attached to Google Classroom for you guys, and look for the shape, prisms, and volume or surface area. We're doing surface area. Boom. So now we have two choices. We're going to either just find the area of the faces and add those areas up, or for a rectangular prism, we can use this formula here. And that's what we have for number one. So I'm going to use the formula for that one. So let's do this. So the surface area of a prism, surface area equals 2LW plus 2LH plus 2HW. I saw some of your work that was posted to the last Google Classroom post, and it looked really good. You guys, some of you are really doing a good job of organizing your work, so it makes this process easier. One step that I suggest each of you do is labeling LWH to the three numbers or the three dimensions on your rectangular prism. So I'm going to call this L, this W, and this H, and now we just have to plug them all in. So L is 6, W is 2 plus 2 times 6 times 3 plus 2 times 3. Now we can do that math. Showing my work, showing my steps. That's going to be 24 plus 6 times 6 is 36 plus 4 times 3 is 12. Let's see, these two give me 60 and 12 is 72. So my surface area for that first one is 72. What type of units? Well, we have feet squared because it is surface area. That's a two-dimensional measurement. It's all the flat surfaces, how much area that space takes up. So that's 72. Let's circle it. And moving on. All right, so that's how you use that formula for rectangular prisms. All 1 through 5 are all rectangular prisms now. Let's look over here at triangular prisms. So zoom down. Let's find the shape. Let's find prisms. There it is. Let's find surface area over here, and let's look. Okay, so when I look down, when I go to the look for a formula, I see triangular prism. It says no formula. Must find area of each face. Now there is a formula, but it's not super efficient. So we're just going to go with this, where we find the area of each face. All right, I'm going to do the bases first. The bases of this triangular prism are right here. How do I know they're the bases? Because they're at the congruent faces. They're parallel to each other. I'm going to find that. I'm going to find it once and then just double it. Now, it's going to be important that you organize your work here. One other thing that I might suggest you do is see how many faces are in this shape, how many faces make up this triangular prism, and then make sure you find that many areas, all right, because we got to find them all. So we have the two bases, and then we have this guy out front here, the one on the bottom, that's 4, and then this mini one, let me do it in a different color here. This mini one, I mean, it looks mini, but it's not that mini. It's this over here on that side that you can barely see there. So that's 5. So 5 total areas for this shape. All right, we're going to focus first on the triangular bases here. Now, this is one of those issues where we have 3 numbers, three lengths here, but when we're finding area of a triangle, which is 1/2 base times height. When we're finding area of a triangle, we only need the base and the height. And remember, the base and height always meet at a right angle. So I find my right angle right here. and I know that the two lines that make that up are the lengths I need. So I don't need this in this case. I'll use that a little later, but not right now. So I'm going to do 1/2 times 4 times 5.2, and I'm going to get, excuse me, half of 4 is 2. 2 times 5.2 is going to be 10.4. And now I'm going to multiply that by 2 because I have to account for the front and the back. All right, so that's going to be 20.8. All right, so we have that. Now that is going to be one of our areas. Actually, it's going to count for 2 of our areas out of the 5. So we just have 3 more areas to find. All right, let's focus on this shape here. All right, that's a rectangle. So we're going to do the area of that is going to be base times height. And what do we have here? 9 times 5.2. Right, 9 and 5.2 are the length and width of that, or base and height of that. So let's go 9 times 5.2. And that gives us 46.8. So we have that as another one we're going to add in. Okay, now I'm going to do the bottom. And that's another rectangle. So we need area equals base times height. The base here is 6.6, and then the height there is 9, or vice versa. It doesn't really matter. I'll do 9 first times 6.6. Okay, that gives us 54, so that's going to be 59.4. And that takes care of that. So let's see if we're getting closer here. Excuse me. Okay, so we just have one more face left to find, right? Because we have, this is 1, 2 faces, this is another face, this is another face, so that's 4 faces total. We just need one final face, and that's that strange one over on the side there. Okay, and I'm gonna, oh, never mind. Let's do it in another color here just to spice it up a little bit. So it looks like the side of that is 4, and that's that side that's hard to see. And we got that line there, which is going to be the same as this 9 over here. All right, so it's going to be 4 times 9. So we have area equals base times height. So that's going to give us 4 times 9, which is 36. All right, so now we have 2 areas basically over here, 1 area here, 1 area here, 1 area here. That's 5 total areas. So now we have to total them up. So let's get my trusty calculator out and go to town. So we have 20.8 and 36. 20.8 plus 36. So we got that one, and we got that one taken care of. Now 59.4 plus 59.4. Got that one taken care of, plus 46.8 plus 46.8 equals 163. Well, that came out nice. 163 would be our total. So once we sum all those up, add it up, it's going to be 163, and that gives us millimeters squared as our total. All right, so now we're on to our last one. Hopefully that helped, but this one's a little bit different. And there's one little part here that I got confused on when I first tried it. But hopefully we can avoid those mistakes if we work through it together. All right, get rid of all that work. All right, so what do we have here? Oops, I don't want to do that. Oh, that's gonna show a picture of me. Hey. Okay, all right, there we go. Messing around with that. All right, so this is another triangular prism. How do I know? Because it has two bases. Two bases that are identical, that are parallel, and the parallel congruent is how I like to say it, but sometimes nobody understands me when I say that. All right, we're finding the area of each face. I'm going to start again with the bases. And what's nice, which actually makes this a little bit easier, is that they tell you the area of the base is 28.4. So 28.4, and we need two of them, so another 28.4, and we're going to add up. Now we need the other three faces that are rectangles. I'll outline them each, find the areas, and we'll add them up. All right. Now, one weird thing, or one tricky thing, is that this 8.4, it looks like that's talking about this line here, but it's not. It's talking about this line here. So right now we need to ignore, for this shape that we're doing, the rectangle here, we need to ignore that. Maybe I'll just color over it. So there we go. All right, because what I need to pay attention to is this and this, because I need to find the area of that rectangle, and that's going to be base times height, so that's 8.1 times 12. All right, that's 8.1 times 12 equals 97.2. So 97.2, so let's put it there, 97.2. And now I'm on to, that's another one we're going to add in. Now let's go to the other side. It might be exactly the same. If it's the same dimensions, I won't do all the work. I'll just, oh, look at that. How about that? Let's see. Let's cover up that again, because we know that we're paying attention to the 12, because the height, or the length between the two bases of this prism, is 12, and it's going to be 12 for all these heights. So now we have this line is 12 inches, and this is again 8.1, so that's the same exact thing. All right, it's the same shape, so that's 97.2. So that's nice. And then let's look at the bottom. Okay, that's our last polygon to find the area of, and it has a base of 12, and now we can pay attention to that guy, because it says that that's 8.1, so that's the same dimensions as our other two rectangles, so that's 97.2 again. So now let's calculate this. Let's do 28.2, oops, 4 I meant. 28.4 times 2 plus 97.2 times 3. Let's see if that's right. 97.2. Whoopsie. My fat fingers typed the wrong thing. There we go. 97.2 times 3. Bam. And that's 348.4. So total is 348.4. Good to go. And we need inches squared. Area is always inches squared. And all right, so there we go. That one actually turned out a little bit easier because we had so many similar shapes, or congruent shapes. So good job. Good luck on the quiz, and hopefully you guys will ace it.